Yeah, yeah. Ever since I can. What up, baby? Been broke, ain't. How you doing? It's Akira the Dawn. No, nada. Old man used to drive a ladder. I tried hard to supplement my lack of pocket money doing jobs. It's funny, I used to help my mother stitching cushions for old Lizzie Bradley. Yeah. And whatnot. And smash that like most pros like me. Got paper rounds, and later we got people's rounds. A 15 worked in the old boats down Lower Bangor. Lower downtown. All my jobs were media. I rubbed down ran cereal. Fat cheese through administration. I got sacked in each location. Learned from Bruce Lee, don't think feel. Went to America and got a record deal. I came back home all full of hope. I told my girl we won't be broke. We won't be broke forever, baby. We won't be broke. We won't. Get after it. We won't be broke forever, baby. We won't be broke. We won't be broke. Sometimes you feel like crying, but Lord only knows you're trying. No one's loving you like I am. Whoa, we won't be broke forever, baby. Hell now. Yeah, welcome one and all. It's that meaning stream. Hello, how are you? Are you well? Are you awash with joy? Are you super happy? You should be. Oh no, I'm gonna put my intro back on. I forgot the whole point of me having an intro so I can tweet the link, and I didn't do it. Oh my goodness, what a trial. I haven't tweeted my link. I haven't even tweeted my link. How do I start a show and I haven't tweeted my link? Someone do me a favor, someone out there in chatland, if you looked in live, could you tweet this stream and I will retweet you? Because I am unable to download the image or do anything really. I just had to shout at Hercules. That son of mine, that little rot bag. My telephone was charging downstairs because I have to have a telephone for the stream because I need to be able to do certain things. And it wasn't where I left it. Where is it? You know the thing? Be like, where's my thing? And someone goes, it's where you left it. And it wasn't, goddammit. And he'd stolen the charger. And he just like yeeted my phone. It was just on the floor. You little swine. I don't think he realizes this is a goddamn supercomputer. You don't just yeet a supercomputer, leave it on the floor. I don't know what he's thinking. Mixed emotions with that boy today. I was very proud of him earlier. I was very proud of young Hercules. I came downstairs and he was doing a tutorial for Cinema 4D. He's learning Cinema 4D. And he was just sat there patiently, watching a tutorial and learning. Oh my God. And making some 3D objects. It was very beautiful. Because, yesterday he got it, and he was initially somewhat disappointed that he couldn't just, magically wave his hand at it and it did whatever his brain wanted to happen, and there was a bit of drama and a bit of sadness, but then he accepted that, okay, you have to learn the language of the software or whatever it is, and yeah, and he was getting after it, man. I was really proud. I had tears on my eyes. He was sat there and he was like really studiously, like just looking at the screen, like really paying attention, learning. It's like, damn, that's my little boy. He came out my nuts. Now look at him. Learning programming languages and learning 3D softwares. It's truly a beautiful thing. Truly a beautiful thing, brothers and sisters. And speaking of beautiful things, today we're doing a very beautiful set. We're doing a special lo-fi vibe set. Shouts out to Lo-Fi Vibe. The fine people at Lo-Fi Vibe updated their legendary Lo-Fi and Chill playlist today. It's 10 hours of the finest music, hand-selected by them, and they're very good and they have good taste, and they get thousands of submissions, and they go through them all, and then they whittle it down to, I don't know, like 150 or something like that. Your friendly neighborhood Don is in there, and I'm very grateful. It's always very grateful if someone puts me in a playlist or something like that, because honestly, like, it doesn't happen that often. I'm pretty much studiously, ignored by the mainstream, and I mean, not that Lo-Fi Vibe is the mainstream, but anyway, basically I always appreciate it, when people put me on playlists or give me any kind of sort of support. It's really nice. It gets me emotional. So shouts out to them. So I'm going to DJ from their selections today. I'm going to do a set based on their crates. I'm going to do one of those someone else's crate sets, and I've been listening to it all day, and it's got some really lush stuff in there. So I'm excited to bring that to you, brother, sister. Ooh, stroke that like. You could also smash it. You could also tap it, You could also tickle it. All that stuff. Those are all ways you could interact with the like. So yeah, you should. Alrighty, what's cracking with you? How you doing, baby? What's going on? What is going on? How you feeling? How you feeling out there, guys? It's a beautiful day to be alive. Lots of activities going on out there. Lots of events. Lots of events in the world that are going to have effects on us. All sorts of things. All sorts of things out there on what I'm now dubbing Cap Earth.
Get after it. Get after it.
Yeah, it's another beautiful day on Cap Earth. I'm calling it Cap Earth because people are talking about Flat Earth again. That one's come back, and I suspect that one will increase in magnitude. But you know, that's just one aspect. That's just one aspect. So I'm going with Cap Earth. You know, because cap means you know, fugazi, lies, fraudulence, right? And what do they say in Matrix? In the Matrix, they say the world that's been pulled over your eyes. The world that's been pulled over your eyes, right? That's the Cap Earth. You know what I mean? It's just another beautiful day on Cap Earth. Things are never quite what they seem and what they are purported to be. By Jove, by goodness, by golly. But we regulate the vibes regardless, you know? We get after it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What up, DS? Join us. Where's your button? There it is. What up, Bowen Smith? What up, Cindy Bailey? What up, Roberto Pacquiao? Who was in here first? I do believe it was YouTube hero Alex. What a guy. What a winner. What a guy. Ha! Yeah. YouTube hero Alex in the house. And what else? Who else? Raz Christofari was second. So shout out to you. What's going on, everyone? What's cracking with you? Did everyone get their notifications? I do not think they did. I do not think they did. So put a link in a Discord or tweet somebody or something like that. YouTube's just going extra. YouTube's going extra, but you know, YouTube is awash with anger and vengeance today. They're very angry because your boy Joe Rogan is leaving YouTube. He's leaving YouTube. Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, or it's not as simple as that. It's many aspects to this thing. Your boy, hey, what up, Omar Ali says, what up, Akira, what up, you? What up, you? Yeah, your boy, Joe Rogan, has gone and done one of these exclusive deals with Spotify. Oh my goodness, yes he has. Yes, he has, like Joe Budden, or as some would say, yeah, like his fellow Joe. His fellow Joe, who's also referred to as Toe. Affectionately by members of the rap community, they call Joe Budden Toe Budden, interestingly. And Joe Budden is being joined by Joe Rogan over at the exclusive podcast factory of Spotify. Spotify is putting loads and loads of its effort and huge amounts of money into the podcasting game. It wants to be the number one destination for podcasts. It wants to take over the Spotifying game. And Joe Rogan is going exclusively to Spotify, which is crazy. You know, like over 60% of his downloads come from Apple. Just the old iTunes, the classic iTunes podcasting feed. And that will not be getting the Joe Rogan podcast anymore. That will not be getting the Joe Rogan podcast anymore. And neither will YouTube. YouTube will be not getting the Joe Rogan podcast video. Now, that's where you saw the video, right? That's where everyone watched the video. Most people listen. I saw some people on Twitter giving some salty takes, being like, "Oh, this will stop his cultural relevancy." Da 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 da. Most people, for not being on YouTube, most people aren't consuming the Joe Rogan show on YouTube. Most people are consuming it on podcast form, and most of those were doing it via Apple. So that's going to be interesting. You know, how many of those people will migrate over to Spotify? That's what Spotify wants, and that's why they've paid your boy $100 million. Ooh, $100 million. $100 million. Word around town. Says word around town says your boy Joe Rogan got $100 million for taking the Joe Rogan experience exclusively to Spotify. And that means it's not going to be on YouTube. Bye-bye. Goodbye, horseface. No more review. And, you know, Joe Rogan's been saying for a while that, you know, he kind of lives in fear of being yeeted off of YouTube. You know, he's constantly being demonetized over there, constantly, you know, everyone on YouTube just has mad problems every day. You know, it's a weird thing. YouTube seems to actively want to punish you for building their platform for them. It's very strange. Very strange things to do. Because they have yet to consolidate their position as the new cable, which is what they're trying to be, but they haven't consolidated that position yet. They're not there yet. But like they already think they're big enough that they can tell they can pee in the faces of those who built them, and also remove the content from their platform that's the content that brought people to their platform in the first place. It's a perverse situation that they're in, because it's like they're celebrating before they've won the race. You know, it's like they're spending the lottery money before they won the lottery. They haven't won that lottery yet, baby. I don't know what they're up to. You know, but anyway, Joe Rogan said, you know what? I could stay on YouTube and, worry about them yeeting me off here. Or I could say, do you know what? Spotify is going to give me $100. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya. Au revoir. And, so off they go. And what's interesting is, and people seem to be missing out on this factoid as well, Spotify has got video. Spotify's got video, didn't you know? If you follow, if you subscribe to the Rap Caviar playlist, you'll already know that Spotify has had video for a while. It's been sneakily building a back end of video capability. Spotify is about to become an actual serious competitor in the video space and not just audio. And, it's been, there's been warnings of this for a while. It's for the past year or two, a couple of years, they've been doing this. They took Joe Budden, basically the biggest rap podcast that there is. They got that. They took it from Complex. They just straight up stole that shit from Complex Media. We'll take that, They've been signing up various YouTubers, ones that I don't know, the ones I haven't heard of, the ones that appeal to 13-year-old girls or whatever, But they've had a bunch of those doing podcasts, and they're visual podcasts. They got music videos on there now. Spotify is positioning itself as being a competitor to YouTube. And here's the thing, with YouTube, if you want to be using YouTube to play some audio, if you don't pay for the standalone app, it doesn't work. A lot of people forget about that. I forgot about that because I've been paying for the app for a while, and it was just purely so that I could, have a video playing whilst simultaneously responding to YouTube comments in another app, things of that nature. So, Spotify already hasn't beaten that regard, because anyone who's got a Spotify app that can run while other things are going on, it's just simple little things like this, baby. Just simple little things. But, I tweeted about this earlier, and I pointed out, because we were talking about this, last week on the stream. I was just saying, all it will take is like Rogan or PewDiePie, one of the big guys, to just abandon YouTube and go to a different platform, and you're looking at an exodus. You're looking at an exodus, particularly if there's a viable other platform to go to. Now, we're not quite there yet, but Rogan's off. And Spotify, if Spotify starts doing... here's the thing Spotify has started doing, which points in this direction. Spotify started allowing musicians to upload directly to Spotify recently. So normally what would happen is you would have to upload your music to a distributor, and then the distributor uploads your music to all the different streaming platforms. That's the way it works. But Spotify recently changed that, and they said, hey, if you just want to upload your music to us, you can, which is why there's an abundance of really poorly mastered or unmastered bootleg stuff on Spotify now, just crazy bootleg stuff up on Spotify now. It's a kind of a wild west out there. Just people rapping over Nujabi's instrumentals really badly, like it was recorded on their, on their laptop or something. With a sock pop shield, if that. Spotify just wants it all. They want all the smoke. All of it. And I mentioned this earlier, on Twitter. And your boy Naval is all up in he's all up in Twitter right now. He's very taking things very seriously. He's really engaging. He's on there every day, dropping crazed knowledge bombs at all times. He's anyway, and he responded to my tweet on that thing. Let me find it. Yeah, he said Spotify is trying to create a one-way road into Spotify and take over podcasting. Presumably, they're paying people for exclusivity. I'm considering yanking my podcast from Spotify and YouTube altogether. We have to defend what remains of the open web. Yeah, you boy Navarre, that's right. He also said, I don't think Spotify won't censor if they get the chance. All of these centralized players are the same. And they already did. Spotify censored your boy R. Kelly. They yeeted R. Kelly off of all of their playlists and XXXTentacion before his death. They did. So they've already shown signs of yeetage. They yeeted some of those German punk bands, the Oi ones, the like your boy with the little mustache, whose name you just can't say on YouTube. I remembered something the other day. I was like, oh, maybe the reason that our live streams get suppressed so hard is because we talk about some kind of spicy stuff. But I always think, well, how are they going to know? But I forget they also transcribe everything. There's a live transcribe going on right now. You can switch on a transcribing thing and it will show you, and it gets most of it, So they have certain words running through filters, and if you say those words, then they just de-rank your stream, it turns out. Turns out that's what happens, so that's why you got to smash that like. God damn it, you got to smash that like. But yeah, anyway, that was Naval, and responding to your boy. And what did I add to that? Well, here's an interesting thing about what Spotify are up to. That it dawned on me. Spotify pays me if I upload a song. Spotify pays me 0.003 cents if you stream one of my songs. But if I upload a podcast, it pays me 0 cents. Nothing. Zero. I've been saying to people, you should upload your podcasts as albums and you'll get paid. If you just split that shit up into songs and put it up that way, you'll get paid. They have to pay you if it's a song. But if you upload it as talking, you don't get paid. It's pretty weird. And Spotify have realized this. They've realized this kind of chink in the armor. And so they're pivoting to podcasts. They want everyone going on there for reasons of podcasts. They want everyone listening to podcasts because they don't have to pay the people making the podcasts. Apart from the people they do big deals with, exclusive deals with, that are going to bring people to their platform. So they'll pay Joe Rogan, but they won't pay you. If you upload your podcast and it goes on Spotify, they're not going to pay you. Of course not. So there's stuff. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on out there. And as I keep saying, we are forging the new world in the ashes of the old right now. The old world just got punched upside the head and is kind of like lying bewildered on the mat. And, a new world is being erected right around that old world's ass as it lies there, Tom, what's up, Tom? Says, can you say yeeting chairs? Love the meaning streams, by the way. I haven't been yeeting any chairs lately. I've been controlling my emotions, thank you. I've been very good. Apart from that one time I got all angry last week or whatever it was, and I yeeted a chair across the room. I have yeeted no chairs. 0 chairs have been yeeted, goddammit. Anyway, what do you guys think about all this shenanigans? What do you think about it all? Because here's the thing. In some ways, I think it's great that Rogan is getting out of YouTube before they can get him out. Your boy Milo was talking about 6 months ago. He was saying they're coming for Rogan next. They're coming for Rogan next. They're going to try and disgrace and deplatform him. They're going to do it. I've heard. My spies have told me. If there was any truth in that, him getting out of there before they could get him out of there was a smart move. And as far as Spotify are concerned, having your boy Rogan exclusively on Spotify is fantastic for them. It will bring millions of people over to that platform. It's good that people are saying, sod you to, a system that censors. And, here's the thing. The way YouTube is operated, you don't know what the rules are. You don't really know what you're supposed to do. So you live in, a lot of people do, they just live in absolute fear. And they don't say what they really think, and they self-censor, and they don't say certain words. I've been doing it just now because you don't... The rules are so vague, and they only apply them to certain people, and some people's whole channels will get completely removed for doing things that other channels seem to get boosted for, and it's just a really creepy situation. And it's like it's a tactic that is used deliberately in certain kinds of warfare. you know, to completely demoralize and confuse your enemy so that they basically just censor and destroy themselves. You don't even have to do anything to them. You don't even have to say, or you don't say that, because people will just not say anything because they're so scared that, you know, they'll get yeeted. No one wants to be yeeted. You know, the platform is so big and so powerful. But look at this, brothers and sisters. We got 51,000 subs and 57 of you have been notified. You know? Like, what does all that mean? Are they really that big and that powerful if that's how it gets down, you know? So anyway, we're coming up with some ideas over here at Meaning HQ as to ways to, you know, how to deal with this situation and how to move forward. You better smash that like, gosh darn it. You haven't smashed that like, some of you. How dare you? How dare you? Small in Australia says, Rogan previously said he had no interest in Spotify. Wonder if it was the money or the threat of yeetage that made him move. Who knows? You know, I think Naval's concern is that by going exclusively to Spotify, you know, that means Rogan's kind of selling out, you could say. One way of looking at it would be that, you know, the RSS feed, OG internet that birthed his success, that gave him this thing, he's going off to an exclusive thing, and he's kind of, you know, that creates potential problems for that system. They don't like that system, capital THEY, capital they do not like the RSS feed system, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of amazed that Apple still runs it. It's because it is the case that if you subscribe to the Akira the Don podcast feed, you will get the podcast. You will get it. If you subscribe to the Akira the Don YouTube, you will not necessarily get any of the content. You will not necessarily know there's a live stream. You will not necessarily know that I've put out however many videos I've put out, you know? But the podcast feed, you do. Same with an email. So long as it's not going to spam. You send an email, you'll get the email, you know? Dane Singh says, he's the reason YouTube is lit in the first place. Who? Dane Singh says he blew it up. He's not abandoning anything. Oh, you're talking about Rogan and YouTube? Yeah, I wouldn't say abandon. I would say leaving. You know, he's leaving. Joshua Tran says, everyone moved to TikTok, podcast in 300 parts. You know, TikTok's in trouble. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if TikTok was banned in the West in the next few months, because TikTok is a Chinese company. And in case you didn't know, we're at war. You know, it may be a bit chilly right now, but that thing is getting more explicit every day. Every day. I mean, the president put out something yesterday that was pretty explicit with regards to that. So I don't think TikTok necessarily has a future. So I wouldn't be putting all my eggs in that basket either. Owen Smith says, from a consumer perspective, centralized hubs for content are really convenient. As some of my faves have been yeeted off YouTube, I follow them less and less. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? It's tricky stuff. Tricky stuff, baby. Yankee Lover 100 says, Akira, YouTube will either evolve with us or be left behind by being what is old. I like cable. Yeah, I feel this. I do feel this. Dane Singh says JRE was big on iTunes before YouTube. Yeah, exactly. He was big on iTunes first. Yeah. And Dane Singh says JRE transitioned from iTunes to YouTube when it made sense. Well, no, he just put his content on YouTube as well. He didn't transition from iTunes to YouTube. I would say that, I mean, most of his views still come from his streams or whatever come from iTunes. Still. So it's interesting that he is abandoning that platform. He's going exclusively to Spotify. You know, so that is interesting. Arden Cobb says, even if TikTok wasn't an arm of the CCP, it encourages young people to be vapid and sexualized. Yeah, it encourages doctors and nurses to do formation dancing when they should be doing their jobs. It's very weird. TikTok is a cancer on the soul of man, I'm afraid. CDREJ says it's YouTube. Oops, I just got demonetized. Roberto Sanchez wondering if YouTube signed PewDiePie because they knew Joe Rogan was leaving. Oh, what happened with that? I missed that. I haven't paid attention to PewDiePie in the past 2 weeks. What do you get up to? Hey. Oh, you boy. Tommy Patterson's in the building. You guys are not paying Tommy Patterson enough respect. Did you know Tommy Patterson is in the building? Look, he's in the chat. He's there. He's real. Tommy Patterson is the guy, the epic human who illustrated the cover of JBP Father, don't you know? And he's there in the chat. And you're not bestowing respects upon his face, like major league respects on his face. Shout out to Tommy Patterson. Tommy Patterson is also the bad man, the epic individual, the glorious human responsible for the artwork of the new Alan Watts record. Didn't you know? Were you not aware? Didn't anyone tell you it was Tommy Patterson? Why can't I move my thing? Why can't I show you live? Let me show you, baby. Let me show you. Yeah, you see that? You see that beautiful artwork? You see that beautiful artwork? You see that beautiful man? That beautiful mermaid siren thing? That beautiful skull? That beautiful vagina dentata? All that. Lots of people haven't noticed that. My wife noticed it for the first time the other day. She's like, wait, what's that to his right? What's that next to him? What's? Yeah, that was Tommy Patterson. That was Tommy Patterson, and that's the Indiegogo campaign for What's Wave 6, The Web Alive Part 2. Did you know? That's our campaign. It's doing great. It's doing great. You are now able to get MEANINGWAVE vinyl. It's happening. We crossed our first stretch goal, and that means it's going to be purple. And we got a new stretch goal of 9K, at which point it's going to be a gatefold vinyl with a lyric book, right? Which is sexy, because it means that you can pop on the vinyl and listen to it like a sophisticated person, while all that crazy sunspot activity goes on around you, and all the hard drives get nuked, and you can't be listening to Spotify. You can't hear Joe Rogan on Spotify. Right, you won't be able to listen to Joe Rogan on Spotify, but you'll be able to listen to What's Wave 6, The Web of Life Part 2 on your vinyl player. All the hard drives will have been destroyed by a bit of sunspot activity, but you'll be fine. You'll be in your rocking chair. Rocking. You'll just be rocking in your rocking chair like Oasis in 1995. You know, and you'll be listening to your Alan Watts, and you'll be reading the booklet. Because sunspot activity can't mess up a booklet neither, baby. That's what's up. All right, so that's some major league facts. So that's why you want to go back that campaign today. Go about that campaign today. Let's see how we're doing. Hello. Look, I'm on Brave browser. People get really excited when they see I'm on a Brave browser. They're like, damn, Akira, they're on you brave on your Brave browser. I'd be like, damn straight, baby. Hey, look at this. We're on 135% of our flexible goal with 110 backers. That's epic. That's epic. Can we hit 140 tonight? Can we hit 140 tonight and get closer to our goal of having a booklet? A beautiful booklet with our beautiful purple vinyl. Can we? I do wonder. I think you should go back that campaign today anyway, or at least consider backing that campaign today. Go click the link in the description of this video, baby. Go check it out. You can also reserve your digital copy. You know, if you're not too worried about violent sunspot activity, if you're like, well, I've had the internet since 1999, and, you know, it's been here, and my hard drives are pretty cool. I mean, they do collapse every 3 years, but I just replace them. And I've got my stuff backed up in 3 different places because I'm smart. You know, I've got it in a cloud place, I've got it in another cloud place, I've got it on a local NAS, and I've got it on a separate disk because I'm not stupid. You know, if that's the case, then go get yourself that digital download, reserve that, and you'll get it on May 29th. You will get it on May 29th, baby. Yes, you will. And I'm going to play you a song from the record, and I'm going to play you an epic one. You know, one of my very, very favorites. And, yeah. It's so epic. It might be too epic to just randomly play in the chat section of the stream, but I do want to play it, so I will. Yeah, they're giving Tommy his props in the chat now, baby. Look at that go. Yeah, you better give Tommy his props. That's a legitimate bad man right there.
We've discussed the web from 3 points of view. as an analogy of the selective operation of our senses and mind, whereby certain things in the world are picked out as significant according to certain game rules. The game that we are playing mostly is the survival game. That is to say, the game ought to go on. Only the way we play the survival game has a kind of element in it which makes it difficult, because we tend to say the first rule of this game is that it's serious. And that messes the whole thing up. So you have to watch out, in other words, when you play, for contradictory game rules, self-contradictory game rules. Because if you get mixed up into them, the game ceases to be worth the candle. You start straining at doing something, then it just isn't worth it. Then the second thing that we observed was the web as an analogy of mutual interdependence. We could call it the idea that all existence is relative, that all existence is transaction. The transaction being typically exemplified by, say, the operation of buying and selling, in which there can be no buying without somebody selling, and there can be no selling without somebody else buying. That kind of interdependence, of the inside going together with the outside. What is in you going together with what is outside you is absolutely fundamental to existence. It is existence. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. What is in you going together with what is outside you is absolutely fundamental to existence. It is existence. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. Then we explored the web as a trap. The spider's web. Won't you come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. And we saw what would look at all of life from the point of view that it is original selfishness and original hunger. And we found that if you take that point of view to its ultimate extreme, it dissolves. And it isn't so bad after all. Shakespeare says, it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. When it's put that way, it doesn't seem so bad after all. What is in you going together with what is outside you is absolutely fundamental to existence. It is existence. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. What is in you going together with what is outside you is absolutely fundamental to existence. It is existence. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. Existence is relativity. I remember that I had a Zen master friend who wrote a letter to a friend of mine which was passed on to me. This friend of mine was aspiring to be a writer, and he was trying to write novels that would put across Buddhism to people. Sugar the pill. And my Zen master friend didn't approve of this at all. He said, don't write any story to people. Write it to the great sky. Because all the real masters of literature, especially novelists and storytellers, are great masters of nonsense. Think of Lewis Carroll. You can use Lewis Carroll, and he did use Alice in Wonderland, as a Zen textbook. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toes that gyre and gimble in the wave. That's Zen. I had a discussion with a great master in Japan. We were talking about the various people who are working to translate the Zen books into English. He said, that's a waste of time. If you really understand Zen, he said, you can use any book. You could use the Bible. You could use Alice in Wonderland. You could use the dictionary. Because, he said, the sound of the rain needs no translation. 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 Evening rain. It is the banana leaf that speaks of it first. You see, that's the point. And all the talk in the world doesn't get it unless you listen to the talk in a new way. The sound of the rain needs no translation. The sound of the rain needs no translation. The sound of the rain needs no translation. The sound of the rain needs no translation.
Yeah, baby! God damn! That's that brand new Akira the Don and Alan Watts from What's 6, The Web of Life Part 2. That's called The Sound of the Rain. Needs no translation, baby. That needs no, and that's facts, right? That's them facts. You know that's true. The sound of the rain needs no translation. But you know what is required? What is required is for you to go check out that What's 6 campaign. Go reserve your digital copy today and get yourself the vinyl. Get yourself that vinyl. People have been asking me repeatedly now, will they be able to buy vinyl after the campaign? The answer is, I don't know. I do not know. We're basically just going to order the amount that the campaign suggests is required. We can't have loads of boxes of vinyl in the house, so it's just going to be like the amount that is required. So to to make sure you get that vinyl, you need to be ordering it during this campaign, baby. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And shouts out to you, and shouts out to everyone who's already been a part of it. It's very dope and very excited the Meaning Wave vinyl is going to occur. That's a beautiful thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And do you know what else is a beautiful thing? Tommy Peterson's beautiful artwork. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Someone said, Akira the Don, the artwork scares me. Versus the previous album, the artwork soothed me. I said, yeah, that's that duality, baby. That's that duality. The Web of Life Part 1, you had that beautiful artwork with the beautiful face and the butterfly. Let's have a look at it. Let's compare and contrast the two, shall we? Because we can, I think. We can. Can we? Can we? Yeah, we can. Look, I can just press buttons and stuff comes up on the screen. It's epic. You know, so here's this new one, and look, it captures like that other side. You know, the way that this one side is the scissors, the cut, and the other side is a pair of legs saying, please come in. You know that vibe. You know the vibes. You know those vibes, baby. You know how it is. And that's duality. That's life. Everything's duality. You know what I mean? You got to have both sides. There is no light without shadow, all that business. There is no shadow without light, all that business. There's that new cover. Isn't it beautiful? It's got all that, the gnashing teeth and the skulls and the snake eating its tail. Everything in that image is mentioned in the album. There's that previous one. You see the beautiful thing? They're so complementary, and they contrast too. You know? Because they're both sides of the web of life, and that's what these albums are. These are the two sides of this story, baby. And you're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear it on May 29th. You're gonna hear that tale. You're gonna hear it told, and I'm very excited about that. I'm also excited for you to hear the album that follows, which I was just adding the final sprinkles to today. The final little sprinkles. Roberto Pacquiao says, I'm excited they'll be purple now. Because of you. Because of you, they will indeed be purple. Purple vinyl. It's happening, baby. You got to make that vinyl the color of Prince, and that regulates the vibes correctly. Solanza says, duality is secretly unity. And that is the case, always. Always, that is the case. Chef Ken drops some cloud emojis. Nice one. Jeffrey Cameron says, we're a spiritual beings having a human experience. That's one way of putting it, my guy. That certainly is one way of putting it. Yeah, it is. That is one way of putting it. Napoleon Bonaparte says rain speaks. Rain does speak, you know? Rain does speak. But here's the question for today, baby. The question today, we're going to do the international high five. I need you to let me know where you are, where in the world you are, or where in the cosmos you are, and what does the rain say? Where are you, and what does the rain say, baby? What does it say? What does it say to you? Tell me. Tell me now. Whoa, my stay with me. Da-na-na-na-na. I should do an 80s set, shouldn't I? I should probably do an 80s set. Why haven't I done an 80s set yet? What am I thinking? I haven't done an 80s set. What's wrong with me? I should totally do an 80s set. That would be really nice. Everyone would love it if I did an 80s set. You know, that would be very... Everyone would love it apart from the Yeet Police. Then the Yeet Police would love it the most, in fact. Because the Yeet Police love nothing more than an opportunity and an excuse to yeet.
Not bad for a human.
God damn it.
But I think we'll not be able to hold a candle to AI.
Yeah.
It's less of a worry than it used to be, mostly due to taking more of a fatalistic attitude. It's not necessarily bad. It's definitely going to be outside of human control. Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It's just outside of human control. I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI.
Regulator!
This was futile.
Yeah,
I tried for years.
Nobody listened.
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI.
Regulator!
This was futile. I tried for years. Nope.
Nobody listened, baby. Nobody listened. Elon was out there trying to regulate the AI, and they were like, "Nah, that you will not regulate the AI, Mr. Elon. We're going ahead. God damn it." And so that was that. You know, so that was that. Tommy Patterson says all Kubrick's films are multi-level experiences. Yes, they are. My God. Yes, they are. We've talked about this before. You know, 2012 is a deliberately alchemical work designed with the intent of changing all whom enter. You know this because every time you see the human species consciousness shift, elevate, shall we say, during that movie, it's when that iPhone, what is basically an iPhone, you know, when that black obelisk, the black mirror, when that thing shows up, you know, and the only time you see that and consciousness of humanity is not shifted is at the beginning. When you see it coming towards you and you go through it right at the beginning of the movie, because it is you who is having your consciousness elevated, baby. And that happened. I told you, my boy Grant Morrison, he saw that movie like, I think he said it 7 times when he was a child. He took his mum to see it every weekend. She took him back again and again. You know, and that shifted his face. Shouts out to that boy. Shouts out to all them boys. Shouts out to Vim Fuego in Australia. He says, good. That's what the rain says. The rain says good. Okay, that makes sense. WMIV and MD says the rain says slow down. Yeah. YouTube hero Alex says 80 set will be Yeet City. Oh, yeah, it will. Blackrock Beacon says the rain's down in Africa. Yeah, that's good. That would have to be in the 80s set. And I bet that's just immediate Yeet. That record, goddammit. Risk Rastafari and Santa Maria says the rain says I am the blood of illusion. Ooh, splash. Sergeant Salt says I will call Tommy Patterson TP, as in toilet paper, because we all want to nowadays. TP is precious cargo. Okay. That's true. Roberto Pacquiao in San Diego says the rain says life. Hell yeah, baby. Robert Easley in Chicago says rain brings change. Solanza in upstate New York says the rain says it's the quenching of life. Hello. And the quenching of a life. Sheila in Ottawa, Canada, baby, says the rain says that I can't bite to work. Lol, gloomy vibes. Shit. Yo, where's Jordan Peterson from? I know he's from Alberta. Can anyone remember what town he's from? Can anyone remember what town in Alberta your boy Jordan Peterson is from? Because I got a communication today. I know he's from Alberta. But I got a communication from someone, and they sent me a photo of a pavement, or as you would say in the country I dwell in, a sidewalk. What do you say in Canada? Is it a sidewalk or a pavement? Anyway, you know the thing. It's at the side of the road and you walk on it. So I guess sidewalk makes sense. More sense than pavement. Now I come to think of it. But anyway, some years ago, in the olden days of Akira the Don, I put the old Akira the Don logo up on my Akira the Don website as a stencil. And I invited people to go take that and print it out and stencil the Akira the Don logo all over the place. And someone sent me a photo of the floor, the pavement, outside the post office in Edmonton in Alberta, Canada. And there on the floor, on the pavement, is an Akira the Don logo. Purplish red, spray painted on the pavement. It's been there for 10 years, still there. I thought, how epic is that? That's amazing. What a wonderful thing. That's been there all this time. Sheila says, JBP is from Fairview, so not Edmonton. Blackrock Beacon says Edmonton. Oliver Sims says, think he's from Calgary. Blackrock Beacon says Jordan is from Edmonton. I thought it was Edmonton. And I thought, how crazy that an Akira the Don logo has been stenciled to the floor by the post office in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, hometown of Jordan Peterson, for the past 10 years. Just waiting for the cosmos to arrange things correctly. You know? Isn't that epic? That is epic indeed, Cindy Bailey. Andrew Komaremi says Fairview is close to Edmonton. Sheila D says, what? That is epic. Yeah. It's gonna be, I think it's like a landmark. Everyone should go there and visit it and take a picture of themselves by the bit of the sidewalk with the Akira the Don logo spray painted to it. Blackrock Beacon says Wikipedia says that Jordan Peterson is from Edmonton. Is that wrong? Do you know what? I'm gonna email him and ask him. I'm gonna say, where the hell are you from, my guy? Where the hell? My chat can't work it out. But either way, did you ever look at the floor when you went to the post office and say, what's this stencil on the floor that says Akira the Don? Did you know that was your destiny, my guy? Did you know that part of your destiny was to be immortalized forever? Well, that's a good point. We need to get the JBP Wave vinyl done quick, huh? Before those goddamn Sunspot activities get a bit too epic. And yeet the hard drives. You know what I mean? Damn, that would suck. God, suck. Chef Ken, what's cracking, baby? What are you saying? You saying something about filthy rivers? Fill thy rivers and let me float. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I forgot we were doing that. Yeah, so the rain, Chef Ken says, the rain says, fill thy rivers and let me float. Yeah, baby. Down straight, baby. Blackrock Beacon says, all hail Lord Fabricator Musk, Dragon of Mars. Owen Smith is in Denver, Colorado. Shouts out to Denver, Colorado all day long. I've got to visit that place one of these days. Maria is in Alberta. She says, the rain says, I bring new life. You're in, where are you in? Airdrie in Alberta. If you ever go down to Edmonton, go to the post office and have a look at the Akira the Don graffiti and take a picture. Tom says, did I miss the international high five? No, we're about to do it, baby. Don't you worry about a thing. We're doing it right now. Andrew Komaremi in Toronto says, the rain says pitter patter. That's very nice. Yeah. So, you know, the rain says all sorts of things. The rain says many things. The rain says, where is Lunchbucket now? That's what the rain says. The rain says, where the hell is Lunchbucket? What happens to Lunchbucket? Can somebody do a documentary? That's the sort of content I want to see on YouTube. I want to see a documentary called Whatever Happened to Lunchbucket. And someone tracks him down and finds him, and we'll find out what happened to him and see how his life is, see if his life is good or bad. Maybe his life is good, and he says, yeah, you know, I was a weak and cowardly, spineless, lowly lobster carrying a lunch bucket to work. And, you know, this lad Jordan was taking the piss out of me, and he threw a rock at my head, you know? And so I quit my job. But then I thought, maybe I should stop being such a weasel. And now I'm the Emperor of Mars or something, you know? Or maybe that's not what happened. Maybe it's a sad story. Anyway, I think someone should find out. If anyone out here is listening and they're a documentary filmmaker and they need a new subject, I want to know what happened to Lunchbucket. You know, and if you don't know who Lunchbucket is, I'd better play the song. Because otherwise, this would just be confusing for people. And I'm not here to confuse. That's definitely not my intent. I have many intents, and not one of them is to confuse. Brother, sister, my intent is to regulate the vibes, goddammit. And we're going to do that right now. We're going to do the international high five. We're going to connect across space and time. We're going to unify. We're going to bring our energies together. I can feel them rising right now. Can you? I just felt them. It's serious. It's an actual activity that I do, and I've been doing this every day for 65 days. I've been energetically connecting with you, baby, and you, baby, and you. You know, and we've been powering up each other, and we're going to do that right now. Whoa, baby. Ooh. You know, pull that in. You don't have to pull it away right away. You can hold that hand up and just keep. Yeah, I got that. All right, I got it. Thank you for that. That was a good one. That was a good one, baby. That might have been one of the best ones. CDRTEJ says, even my son knows who Lunchbucket is. Shouts out to your son. But if you don't know who Lunchbucket is, here's a primer. You know, in the form of a beautiful song by your friendly neighborhood Don and your boy JBP.
Men don't struggle for power. That isn't what men do. Not if they're civilized. They size each other up and elect the competent to lead them. And they do that at every level of society. I worked in a rail crew in southern Saskatchewan. They're rough guys, like a lot of them had been in prison, you know. And when you first came onto the rail crew, you got a stupid nickname and people teased you. And I remember this one kid called Lunchbucket. That was his nickname because he came to the rail crew with a lunch bucket that looked like his mom had packed it. That was a bad idea. So they named him Lunchbucket, which he wasn't very happy about. Well, that was a mistake. He should have taken it with a smile. And then he was always peevish and irritable. And if you asked him to do something, he'd whine. Soon, there was about 60 men on this crew. It stretched out about a quarter of a mile down the tracks. Soon, anonymous harassers were throwing pebbles at him during work. We had hard hats on, so the game was, let's see if we can hit a Lunchbucket in the hard hat with a pebble. And then that was purposeful because he couldn't take a joke. It's like, well, let's see if he can take this joke. Clunk. And then he just got more and more peevish, and the pebbles got bigger and 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 bigger. And you know, a week later, Lunchbucket was gone, having not learned anything from the experience. But you know, the men were testing him out. It's like, can you take a joke? Can you be useful? Can you at least be amusing? Is there something worthwhile about you? It's like, no. It's like, okay, well then, you're out of here. Because you never know when we actually might need to depend on you.
That's real stuff, man. I get quite a lot of letters from people, and they say, Akira the Don, I love your work, but there's that one song of yours, and I can't get to grips with it. That song about a lunch bucket, you know, I can't deal with that one. That sounds like a call for bullying to me. That sounds like you're saying it's okay to be a bully, and like that's like, you know, I can't vibe with that, you know, and that's not what's being said. What's being said is that men testing other men is just a part of life and always has been, for obvious reasons. But you know, we do forget how recent the miracle of our lives, of our society is, you know? How very, very recent it is that we weren't all conscripted to go and kill other men every single generation, you know? Many men alive today have never had a fight in their lives. That is a foreign concept to men throughout history. Every man in the history of history had many fights. And there are men alive now who've never had a fight, which is just incredible. It's incredible. And people just think that's the way of the world, but it's not been the way of the world ever. You know, and shit was dangerous, man. You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know if some goddamn tiger was going to come around, or like some, you know, marauders. There used to be roving bands of marauders. Have you ever heard of those? They were roving, and they were in bands. And they weren't like ukulele bands. You know, it wasn't like Mumford & Sons. You know, they had equipment with which to cause havoc and destruction, and not just to your ears, baby. You know? You had to be about your stuff. And you couldn't have no guy who got peevish Peevishness was not a skill you wanted in your team. You didn't want peevish dudes, you know what I mean? You needed a guy who could regulate a tiger or a band of roving marauders. You didn't need no peevish dude with a lunch bucket, god damn it. You know what I mean? And that's why. It ain't got nothing to do with bullying. It's, it's just testing metal. It's the testing of metal. And, that's what boys just do from off. I got a son, and they just flex on each other. And not in a nasty way. They just see what the boundaries are, see what they can get away with, how strong the opponent is, the other kids they're playing with, they're wrestling them with this, that, and the other. They're just working out what the vibes are. You got to play to the room, and if you're not paying attention to what the room is, how do you play to that room? It's all a test, baby. We're all testing constantly. We're all testing constantly, and we're all being tested constantly. That's what this whole world is. If you want to talk about flat Earth, or you want to talk about cap Earth, should we say, cap Earth. You want to talk about cap Earth, like the whole thing is a test. Many of these religions, they would talk about this just being a test. The whole life, the whole experience, the whole point, the whole thing is a test. A test for your soul. And you keep going round and you keep going round until you get it right. Many things have said that. Many books have said that. Many religions have said that. Many gurus, many wise men, many things. It's all the same thing. They all say the same thing. And now you got simulation theory. And simulation theory says exactly the same thing as flat Earth, which is funny. Those flat Earth guys, they say we live in a dome. It's just a dome. And if you look out there at the stars, sure, you see some stuff, but you can't reach that thing. That ain't really there. And the simulation guys, they say the same thing. They say, yeah, you think you here. You ain't here, though. And you look up at the stars and you see those, but it's like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto. You look up and there's a moon. But you can't reach that moon. It's just visually there. They haven't programmed it into the game because you'll never get to it. And you see you're driving towards that hill. That mountain doesn't exist until you drive towards it, and then they'll render it. And that's the case in life. Like our contemporary science tells us that until you observe the thing, it doesn't exist, which is very strange. But anyway, that's where we are right now, baby. We don't know much, but we know that we don't know much, and that's something. And we know that this is a test, and that's enough to know. Because that means, well, you got to go in, baby. You got to go hard. You got to do your best. You got to be the best you can be. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter who's right about these things. What matters is that you right, and that you regulate yourself accordingly and appropriately, and you be the best you can be. God damn it. And then no one can touch you. No one can harm you. If you're immortal soul, if you're building your immortal soul. One stanza at a time, one good deed at a time, one chakra at a time, stacking up the spine all the way to the top. No one can hurt you. If it doesn't harm your character, how can it harm your life? That's one of those epic bars from your boy Marcus, And with that in mind, I would say we should play some beautiful records. How about that? Let's do it, baby. We're going to get into them crates. We're going to get into the crates of Lo-Fi Vibe. Shouts out to Lo-Fi Vibe all day. Thank you for everything you're doing for the community. This one goes out to you, baby.
continente de América está plasmada y resumida en el grito que día a día nuestras masas proclaman como expresión irrefutable de su decisión de lucha, paralizando la mano armada del invasor. Proclama que cuenta con la comprensión y el apoyo de todos los pueblos del mundo,
Akira.
y especialmente del campo socialista encabezado por la Unión Soviética. Esa proclama es Patria o muerte.
Akira.
He's got clout.
realize I know nothing at all. I've been thinking so much, I realize I know nothing at all. Your arms set me to sleep, finally
Akira.
Let's go.
He started crouching.
You gotta get after it.
bless you, bless you. Yeah. 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 Hey, hey, bye. 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 Yeah. Hey, hey, bye.
At school and what they said. In my younger years I shed too many tears from all the dread, not wanting to go back to school. Oh, how they can be so cruel. Waking up and watching cartoons, get bored of cereal too. Changing to what I want to view, got to wait my turn in queue. Seeing all these
after it.
Get after it. Get after it.
referee in your battleground. I'm going to help myself.
Godzilla. Beat Godzilla to death. Rockets full throttle.
I think of as the homeland of the muses, the inspirers of art, the inspirers of poetry, and to see life as a poem and yourself participating in a poem is what the myth does for you. I mean a vocabulary in the form not of words but of acts and adventures which connote something transcendent of the action here and which yet informs the whole thing. So that you always feel in accord with the universal being. Every mythology, every religion is true. Every mythology, every religion is true. In this sense, it is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic mystery. Every religion is true. Jesus ascended to heaven. The story is he ascended bodily to heaven. The story is that his mother, still alive, asleep, ascended to heaven. This is metaphorical of something. You don't have to throw it away. All you have to find is what it's saying. What it's saying is he didn't go out there, he went in here, which is where you must go too. Ascend to heaven through the inward space to that source from which you and all life came. That's the sense of that. Now, according to the normal way of thinking about the Christian religion, we cannot identify with Jesus. We have to imitate Jesus, but to say, I am God, as Jesus said, is for us blasphemy. However, in the Thomas Gospel, Jesus says, he who drinks from my mouth will become as I am, and I shall be he. Wow, that's Buddhism. Every mythology, every religion is true. Every mythology, every religion is true. In this sense, it is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic mystery. Every religion is true. Heaven and hell are within us, and all the gods are within us. This is the great realization of the Upanishads of India already in the 9th century BC. All the gods, all the heavens, all the worlds are within us. They are magnified dreams. And what dreams are manifestations in image form of energies of the body in conflict with each other. This organ wants this organ. That's all myth is. Myth is a manifestation in symbolic images, metaphorical images of energies within us in conflict with each other. Every mythology, every religion is true. Every mythology, every religion is true. In this sense, it is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic mystery. Every religion is true.
Yeah, yeah. Every religion, every mythology is true. In this sense, it is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic mystery.
There's a Polynesian saying that frequently comes to my mind. Standing on a whale, fishing for minnows.
Yeah, standing on a whale.
We are standing on a whale. The ground of being is the ground of our being. And outward turned, we see all these little problems here. But inward, we are the source of them all. That's the big mystical teaching.
That is the big mystical teaching. Every religion, every mythology is true. You listen to the Meaning Stream number 65. Staying Alive. That was a special lo-fi and chill lo-fi vibe set. We was DJing from the crates of lo-fi vibe. Shouts out to lo-fi vibe. Follow lo-fi vibe on Instagram for daily dope lo-fi content, and check out the lo-fi and chill playlist. I will put it in the description of this video. If you looked in live, I haven't put it there yet. I will add it as soon as they're finished. It will be there on the replay. Go check them out. And that last track there was a little exclusive unreleased track from Akira the Don and Joseph Campbell called Standing on a Whale. And that is the #1 hit in one galaxy. In one dimension where we managed to clear that is the #1 smash because it's so epic. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shouts out to everyone locked in. Damn, that tune's great. I keep forgetting how great that stuff is. What's very nice currently is when I play my older stuff, it's really good. I really like it all. Used to be that I played my older stuff and I'd be like, ugh, I'd hear mistakes. I don't even mind the mistakes anymore. Like that one, I know for a fact, like I could EQ the vocals better if I did it today. So I don't care. It's still great. Oh. Shouts out to everyone who's locked in during that. That was fun. That was dope. I heard, if you saw me, if you were locked in live and you were observing, you would see me frantically typing at certain points. And that's because I hadn't heard any of those songs before. I was playing from somebody else's record crate, you know, just someone I know who's got taste. I mean, I had that playlist on earlier, but it's like 10 hours long, so I definitely didn't hear all of it. What up, Loungin McSharp is in the building. Shouts out to Loungin McSharp. If you noticed, this week we had a visual today and a visual yesterday. Those visuals were done by Loungin, so shouts out to Loungin. Make some noise in the chat for McSharp in the place to be. Ow. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so when you saw me frantically typing, that's because I was writing down my tags. Because that's how I keep a track of all the music, you know? I got a lot of music in this record library. I got, I don't know how many tracks have I got. How many have I got? I can check. 22,516 tracks are in this current iteration of this DJ library over here in this machine, which is just one of many. You know, so how'd you keep track of all that much stuff? Well, you tag it, baby. You know, you tag it. You know, you put the information inside the metadata of the thing. So I was just frantically tagging away right there. Let's see some of the things I was tagging. Because I'd be hitting them up. I'd be hitting it with a star rating. If I liked it, you know, enough to give it a star rating, I would rate it with a star. Let me see, how can I find this? Lo-fi vibe. Yeah. Some of those joints got 5. One of those joints got a 5. One of those joints got a 5 stars. Now, stars, it doesn't necessarily mean how... It's partly how good it is, but it's also how vibey it is. If something's really, really chill, I can't give that a 5. It's going to be low down. But if it's not good, it doesn't get a star at all, and then it will get removed from the library at some point. You know, so that one that got a 5, I hit it with the words lo-fi, sauce, lush, joy, happy, fab, that means favorite, glory, fun, funk, summer, epic, vibe, you know what I mean? And that's so that, like, I can sum that up in the future. If I ever want to think of a song that will inspire joy, I can type in joy, and that'll be one of the songs that comes up. And if I were to type a combination, like, of happy and joy, and New York, and what so, you know, then it would bring that one up. Yes, it would. WMIV says that Godzilla one got a 5 from me. I think that got a 4 from me, but that was pretty epic, you know. If we're thinking of the same one, you know. Loungin McSharp says, how has your organization game evolved over the years? Well, as you can see, it's definitely evolved to a point where, like, my music is now super evolved. But yeah, it's evolving every day. That's what you got to be doing, you know. If you're trying to be productive, you got to be organized, because otherwise you'll be wasting your time, you know, and you won't be hyper productive. You'll be wasting time. Those two things are at odds with each other. You cannot be simultaneously wasting time and being hyper productive, because you've got to be using that time wisely, baby. So you need systems. You need organization, and you need systems, baby. And one of my systems is the tagging of all the music. And it's a thing I've added recently. It used to be that when I was bringing music into the library, I would sort of tag it first and then move along. Now, I've made part of my system playing new music on the stream. I'm utilizing my time even better now. So it's like, there's certain places, you know, I know that it's going to be good tunes, and I'm listening in one ear while the other one is playing and all that type of thing. And the fact that's what DJs do, baby. If you ever wonder what he's doing in the other ear, he's listening to the next song that's coming in. And then as I'm listening and I'm doing that organization, I'm adding the words that it makes me feel, so that I can bring that back at some point in the future when I want to feel those feelings again from that music, you know? It's the same with the way I organize my projects when I'm making music, you know. I have projects and templates and instruments and things all set up. I tag my instruments, all these sorts of things, so I can summon forth. I want a particular sounding instrument, I can type in majestic if I want a majestic instrument. Pulls up my majestic instruments, you know. And so I think of it all as instruments, like all this music, all these songs I'm playing now, this is all inspiration, you know. So if it's something that I want to be inspired by, I want to think about in the future, I'll make sure I tag it with words like that so I can bring it up again, you know. So anyway, the whole time we're working here, all this, none of this is going to waste. None of this is going to waste, you know. I'm making a note of, for example, young Loungin there, who has been doing some of these visuals. You know, every time I finish a stream, I have a little thing, and I say what was in the stream, what we talked about, what the vibe of the mix was, what kind of imagery that brought to mind, or whatever, so your boy Loungin can maybe conjure up a suitable visual. And then I've always got that forever, because in the early days I was like, what was that stream where I spoke about, you know, whatever it was I spoke about? And now I'll know because I'm making notes as I go along. Although it is difficult sometimes because we talk about it so much. Like this one, I'll be like, what did we talk about? Joe Rogan, Spotify. That's probably all I can remember talking about now, but there was probably some other stuff. Who knows? Rightless Dinah said, I saw several different IG stories today with MEANINGWAVE. It was a glorious birthday treat. What from... Oh, that's nice. Who was posting about it? That's beautiful. Is he... Wait a minute. You snuck that in there. Did you say glorious birthday treat? Rightless Dinah. Rightless Dinah. I don't know how you're pronouncing that, but I do know it seems that it's your birthday from that sneaky insertion of the language there. That means you get a powerful boom, boom, boom. You get a right bang of the thing, and you get a wish granted. You can make a wish. Now, that wish better be for a song that you want to hear, and I better have it. And it's not a yeet-worthy song. But if you want to pick a song because it's your birthday, right, let's done it, then you can pick a song because it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you from the whole MEANINGWAVE crew. Yo, there's a lot of epic people having birthdays right now. I had a birthday on Saturday, and I'm an epic person. You know, who else? Carla, who... is a MEANINGWAVE member community. She was in that Jocko video and she'll be hanging out here. She had a birthday the day after. Max B is having his birthday tomorrow. The wave god himself, Max B, aka Silver Surfer, aka Free to Wave. I'm gonna scream it to the grave. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Max B all day long. Shouts out to Dave Coate. Says, thanks Akira for this set. It was marvelous. 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 That's a good way of pronouncing that word. Hey, thank you, baby. What up, Aunt G? What up, Luke Coles? What, there's more birthdays? Damn, baby. It's just cool people getting born at this time of year. Why is that? What happened 9 months ago? What was going on 9 months ago? What's 9 months rewind from here? Wife, tell me. I can't do math. You can't either. Look at your face. Wait, what? August? August. So what happens in August? I don't know. Some powerful sun and moon activities, I guess. Anyway. Shout out to everyone who's been supporting during this stream. I can't individually thank the people who contributed because YouTube seems to have lost that information. It's gone. It says no super chats or members yet. But I know there was some. I know there was. But anyway, thank you. I do apologize. Maybe it'll come back if I reload. Reload when the crowd says boat selector. Oh, I've got to do that UK garage set. Yeah, I do. Andrew Kamarami says it's the end of summer. Yeah, I guess that end of summer splooge makes dope babies, huh? Guess that's what it is. That end of summer loving makes for the cool humans. Those tourist humans. Those epic bulls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blackrock Beacon says, kids back to school. Not anymore, baby. That ain't happening right now. Although maybe some of them are going back, huh? I don't know. I don't really know. I ain't paying attention. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Cindy Bailey says, Akira the Don, who was speaking Spanish at the start of the stream? I don't remember anyone speaking Spanish at the start of the stream. Was it me? Maybe you flipped into another universe where I'm Spanish, Cindy. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you fell through a wormhole into a reality, into a space and time where I'm Spanish the Don. You know? Maybe that's what's up. Vin Fuego says Val is in heat. Ain't that the truth? That's something you can always rely on. That you can always rely on Val to be in heat up in here, yes you can. And you can always rely on the Don to pull some magical music out of his butt to talk over the top of. Rylus. Hey, what up? Says, so inspired by your birthday set and when you read that guy's journal a few days ago. I'm an estate and probate attorney by trade, so that really hit home. I don't even know what a probate attorney is either. Oh, estate as in what people leave behind. Ooh, that's crazy. That's a very epic activity. That must be a very deep occupation. That's crazy. You're going to be having to think about serious things and really engage emotionally and hold your stuff together. So nice on you. Thank you. Proud of you. Tom says, Alejandro L. Don. Yo, what's going on? Cindy Bailey says, yeah, it was you. He said, Patria o muerte at the end of a song due to my tripping. Probably not. I just can't remember that far back. That was a long time ago. That was a long, long time ago in my world. That was like nearly 3 hours ago. Somehow we ended up doing, 2 hours, 26 minutes. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how it happened, baby. What are you smiling at, gorgeous? My wife sat over there smiling. Do you want to see my wife? No, no. She's running. No, okay, I won't turn the camera on you. It's fine. Why not? You look lovely. What's that? What? She says, I'm hungry. That means I'm being summoned. Could you summon the boy then so he can say goodbye to the people? You know, so he can do his little choosy. What's that? He's on with Siren. God damn. Oh, Sammy. Who's Sammy? Hercules is on with Sammy tonight, not Siren. Sammy, not Siren. What's that? Oh, you're gonna do it. Oh, wife's gonna do it. Wife's gonna do it. That's crazy. You're gonna hop up and down and do what's he do? What's the thing he does? The floss? You're gonna floss. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, we better get out of here then. Thank you everyone for being here. Shout out to YouTube hero Alex has got the information. Apparently, people who were supporting during the stream included Oddman Gaming, Tom, DS Duenas, of course, and me. So thank you guys. WMIV says jump scare? Jump scare? Yeah, maybe. No, jump scare. Let me check if there was a birthday request. I can't see it. Ryless Dana says, I wish for some Smiths or Morrissey. All right, well, I'll play you a Smiths or Morrissey song for your birthday then. Sorry, baby was getting ready to do the by 5 there. Sorry, baby. I gotta play a little bit of a birthday request. Now, it's got to be something that doesn't get me yeeted. But I've got something. Smiths is yeetable, I've discovered. Smiths is yeet-worthy. It hits you with the yeet tube. Yo. Shouts out to everyone who's been supporting the What's Wave campaign. We'll check in on that in a second. Let me find the correct song for our birthday person. You know? For Ryless. Ryless, I got a birthday song for you. Yes, I do. Where the hell is it though? Yeah, there it is. I got it. Here's one I made earlier. Happy birthday to you.
I think I'm an optimist because I'm here and I'm doing this. I think if I was a total pessimist, I would never have bothered. I would have just, stayed in bed and didn't want to do anything.
Punctured bicycle on a hillside desolate. Will nature make a man of me yet? When in this charming car, this charming man, why pamper life's complexity when the leather runs smooth on the passenger seat? I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to it. This man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. I jumped up pantry boy who never knew his place. He said, return the ring. He knows so much about these things.
abrupt ending because another thing came directly after it. In the origin of that, which was Mars Wave. That was Mars Wave. An early wave by Akira the Don. That was the Mars Wave. You can find that on the YouTube channel of the Bandcamp if you so wish. If you're going to go digging for that and add that to your collection, you can go find that. Let's check in on that campaign. How we doing, baby? How we doing on this What's Wave campaign? Dude. And yeah, we gotta remind ourselves why we played that. We played that for Realist Donna. The Realist Donna. Okay, Realist Donna. However you pronounce it, happy birthday to you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. All right, let's check in on that thing. How we doing today, baby? We are doing okay, baby. La 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 la. All right, boom. Turn off my delay. We do not need delay for this. We were on 135 with 110. How we doing, baby? We move. We're on 111. 111 backers. That's the most auspicious number. 136%. We move forward, baby, and that's a beautiful thing. Shouts out to everybody locked in, and shouts out to everybody involved, and shouts out to whoever it was who moved us forward. Incremental steps towards glory. That is epic. Yeah, baby. So thank you. Amen. Yeah. Me and Hercules are going to go out to Melrose tomorrow and shoot a music video for the next single from Hot Wave 6, The Weather of Life Part 2, which is dropping on Friday. So hold tight for that. Friday, there'll be a brand new video. What up, Andrew C says 11-1. Yeah, JCB Cool says congratulations. Baljo Beacon says Bilbo. Damn, shouts out to the OG Baggins. Shouts out to the OG Baggins. Do we know anything about Bilbo's pops? I can't remember. Great Flower says track was divine. That last one. Yeah, that's a rare occasion, right? Where, I don't make things that I think suck. But, like, the Smiths are my favorite band. And I think I prefer that to the original version. Like, God. That's just magical. You know, I did that in a cafe in Brighton Beach. In an internet cafe on Brighton Beach. Yes, I did. Well, okay, wife's giving me that look. That shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Is that darling? I'm just hungry. She's hungry. I did go a little late today, but that's cool. Good morning if it's your morning show. You got an extra bit of time on your morning show today, baby. You know, but anyway, it's Akira the Dawn. It's that meaning stream number 65. We had a beautiful stream today. Thank you to everyone who was here. Thank you, Tom. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? That's a good question. The answer is, of course. Everyone's seen a baby pigeon. You know, that's the small ones. Hey, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna pray for Tom. I'm gonna pray for the baby pigeons. I'm gonna pray for BJB. I'm gonna pray for Aunt G. And I'm gonna pray for Small in Australia. I'm gonna pray for Black Rock Beacon. I'm gonna pray for back of the bush. Yes, I am. You know, shouts out to everyone that's here. May all your dreams come true. You know, I pray that you know, whatever is testing you, you pass that test, baby. I think you've got it in you. I believe in you. I pray that you pass that test, baby. I pray that you dig deep and find the resolve you need to pass whatever is testing you today. Something always testing us, baby. That's what life is. It's one big test. You know, we go through many, many tests, and we pass them. And if we do not pass them, we are forced to go through them again. So I pray you pass them, baby. I pray you go what it takes. Are you ready, baby? You can do that international high five about right now. You can do the international bye five right now, in fact. That's what you can do, the bye five. Here you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye five!